Hey, what is up guys? So we are going to be taking a look at a very new card called Solemn Notice coming out in Breakers of Shadow. So let's go and check it out. So it is a spell speed 3 counter trap card. It says when a monster or monsters would be special summon or a monster effect is activated, pay 1500 life points to negate the special summon or activation, and if you do, destroy that card. Wow. Pretty sweet effect. Now, first off, I do want to say it does stop inherent special summons primarily, but more importantly, it stops pendulum summon, which I think a lot of players will be excited about, because we're moving into the format where we're going to see those magician performance powers just go blah, 5,000 monsters on the board, have fun. But obviously, this can stop some stuff. Interesting to see we got like bottomless, that got stayed at 1, but this card gonna be at 3. We already have Warning, and this card costs 2,000. This can negate effects, and it's only 1,500. I don't know. Is there any reason why you guys think Warning is, better than this card? Because this negates effects. I think that is pretty good, and it costs less life points. Yeah, I know Warning can hit other things that is going to be special summoning other things. Primarily, this does stop inherent, and more importantly, pendulum summoning. But I think that this card is so good that, I don't see why majority of players wouldn't just be like, 3 Solemn Notice. If you guys didn't know, Wiretap has actually shot up the price like crazy since this card got announced. If you guys want to check out on whatever site you guys prefer to check out prices on cards, check out that price of Wiretap. Check the prices and see how much it's increased in the past couple days, and it's simply just because of Solemn Notice. I like this card a lot because it stops cards like this from coming out, like Cyber Dragon Infinity. Now, I know we don't have the Ptolemy in the OCG. We might have the card hit in the TCG as well. Who knows? We're still waiting on that TCG ban list. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about the whole effect that Solemn Notice will have on the game. Because I'd like to know, would you guys just be like, 3 of these in every deck? Because I could totally see a lot of decks just going 3 Solemn Notice. Because the card is just superior to a lot of different decks. A lot of different decks invest too many things into making one Infinity. You get rid of this card, you win the game. Now, I kind of don't like this card because I feel like if you happen to have a Cyber Dragon Infinity and then you also have Solemn Notice, your opponent just has to lose the game. Also, I want to talk about Scolding. I feel like Scolding, you ain't got no place in the game anymore. See you later, man. It was nice for the few weeks that it was really expensive. For the most part, I feel like this card is going to be super good. And looking at what's coming out in the next set also, we have the Magispectors. The Magispector's got Tempest, which is already a searchable card, and when a monster or monsters would be special summoned or an effect is activated, tribute one monster, negate the activation or summon, destroy that card. You've got 6 copies, essentially, of Solemn Notice. Well, this one essentially is free. You don't even have to pay 1,500. But I'd like to know, guys, how many copies of Solemn Notice would you be playing, and in which deck? Because obviously, if you're playing a deck like Super Heavyweight Samurais, you can't really play this card because the deck requires you to have no spell and traps in your graveyard for a lot of the effects to be active. But for the most part, I think this is actually a pretty decent card. It's a new Solemn that I think a lot of players will be excited to play, and it's going to be at 3. We have Warning at 1, but this card's at 3. It's got less of a life point cost. Technically, I know Warning has its uses, but you could argue this card has its uses, and it can be technically better in some circumstances. But I think the life point cost is too low, but I'd love to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Would you guys think that the life point cost is too much? Or, well, if you think it's too much, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to say you're wrong. I felt like maybe 3,000 life points, maybe 2,500, but why is it cheaper than Warning? You can negate an effect. I don't know. I like this card a lot. I think it's going to be probably confirmed for Secret Rare and TCG. It's going to be well, I don't know. The picture looks like it's common in OCG. Knowing the OCG, they're like, yeah, dude, the card's a common. It's confirmed Secret Rare here in the TCG. You heard it here first, boys. But yeah, like I said, I don't know how I feel about it because with a Cyber Dragon Infinity, it should say, if you control Cyber Dragon Infinity, you cannot set this card or something like that. Because I feel like this card in Cyber Dragon Infinity is just so bad for the game because it's like, yo, you got this card that basically negates anything, and then you have this that negates a lot of stuff in the game. It is really strong, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what the meta holds for us. But anyways, let me know your thoughts on this card in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. It's been your boy Will Smith, signing out.